Tavex, 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 purity becoming one. Tavex, purity becoming one. Tavex, let me introduce you to another hate your brother in your heart Israelite. Um, Somebody sent me something. My son sent it to me. Excuse me. And excuse me. My son sent me a video clip last night. No, this morning. Early in the morning, right when I went to bed. I started laughing. You know, when you're so disturbed, you don't, you feel sad, but I don't want to cry over that, but not at all. But, just so disturbed, the only thing left to do is laugh. So I was laughing in the bed early this morning, early. I don't know, about 3 o'clock, 2:33. I don't know. And I said, you know what? I got to do a video about this. I got to let them know that this still is alive and well going on in 2024, and it's never stopped. So we're in a minute, in 37 seconds. We'll wait like 6, 7 minutes, see if anybody comes in the room. Well, by that time, if nobody comes in the room, we're going to start. But even though maybe people are not in the room typing, there could be people watching. This, I felt I needed to share with the Israelites. So I'm introducing you to another hate your brother in the heart Israelite. So stand by. There's no music going to be playing in the background. Well, maybe. Let me see. Let me see if I get some music. If I can get some music, yeah, let me get some Louis Armstrong, and we'll wait until the people come in the room. I see trees of green. I see them blue. King David, just a little music until the video comes on. I like this old song. What a wonderful world. Great to have you in the house, brother. Tavex. I see skies of blue. We're at 3 minutes, 70 seconds. We'll start like around 7 minutes. Bright, blessed days, dark, sacred nights, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty. KOI, Oklahoma, Tavex. Little music until the video starts. People going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? Little music before the video starts. I love you. I hear babies crying. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more. I'll never know. And I think to myself, more Israelite haters. What a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself. So many Israelite haters in the world. What a wonderful world. Listen, we're at 5 minutes. We're gonna wait another 3 minutes. Let anybody come in the room. CC in the house. Tavex, KOI, Tavex, period becoming one. I'm introducing you to another hate my brother Israelite. So let's, I'm just putting a little music, and guess what? Some people could be sad that we got haters, but I'm not at all. You see the type of music I'm playing. What a wonderful world. Because I know it, I know what's coming with that. Because when you read Obadiah 1:15, he says, and the Most High, he said, his day is near to all the heathens. For what you have done will be done to you, and your reward shall return on your own head. But guess what? It's going to return on our own brothers and sisters who hate us. What a wonderful world. Let's do that from the top. And we'll start after this. I see trees of green. I see them blue for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, bright pleasant days, dark sacred nights. I think to myself, we have so many haters. What a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the skies, also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking, say, how do you do? They're really saying, I hate you. I hear babies crying. You're gonna be dashed on the rock soon. I watch them grow. Not too much. They're not much more. I'll never know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. All right. That was just a little music. I like that song. Listen, I'm glad everybody's on. But we got 4 in the house. But we probably got more watching. They just are not typing. King David, Tavex, KOI, Tavex, period of becoming one, CC. In the house, Tavex, period of becoming one. Look up to the hills, Tavex, period of becoming one. Listen, I was inspired to do this quick video. I don't know if it's going to be quick, but it should be quick. Listen, I was inspired because one of my sons around this morning, I don't know, I went to bed like maybe 2:30, 2:30, something like that. He sent me this little video, YouTube short. And when I watched it, I was sad because of the mentality. But I started laughing because when things are some things are really, really bad, I didn't want to cry, of course not that. I only cry like when I'm emotional about the Most High. All this worldly stuff, I'm hard as rocks. I'm like sandpaper. Only when I'm intimate moments with the Most High, like that's something different. But all this worldly stuff and the people, forget about it. But anyway, I was sad to hear these things. I wasn't shocked at all. I was shocked at all. But I was sad. And I was like, we're definitely the Israelites. There's no other people. We're definitely the Israelites. So I said, I got to share this with the Israelites. And I said, I might as well just make a quick little video about it. And, like when things are so crazy, you don't want to cry. You don't want to be sad. You might as well laugh. So I was laughing in my bed last night. I'm like, this is crazy. So I want to introduce you to another hate your brother in your heart Israelite. I want to introduce you to. And I got a couple words to put with it. And I got a little skit that I want you to see. And I'll explain it all as we go along. Again, thank you, King David 44, for coming in the house. KY in the house. CC in the house. Look up to the hills in the house. Okay. Let me start. Let me take these off. Get my eyes set to put these no good prescription Dominican glasses on that don't work good. I got chicken scratch notes. Okay, here we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me introduce you to another hate your brother in their hearts Israelite. I write everything down. This is not going to be in my notebook. This is just, I had to share this with you. I got a thought. Yeah, we're going to get it. You'll be mad a little bit, but we'll go out in a bang. Enemies of Israel just don't come in the pasty albino white saltine cracker versions and yellow banana looking versions, tan versions. They also come in the Negro flavor as well. And those are the worst ones to me. When I saw that clip at night, I was like, this nigga. But I wasn't surprised by it. In my head, I'm like, look at this nigga. They come in men and women varieties. Hate your brother in your heart types. It ain't just men, it's women too. Leviticus 19, verse 16. Leviticus 19, verse 16. And I'm reading out of the Tanakh. It'll sound different in the KJV, but we use the Tanakh around here. Leviticus 19:16. Do not deal basely. And the word basely means showing no honor or morals. These hate their brother in their heart, whether it's the men version or the women version. They show no honor to their kinsmen in front of the world. Leviticus 19, verse 16. Do not deal basely with your countrymen. This is a law. See, in Hosea chapter 4, verse 6, not in the KJV, where it says, Israel is destroyed for lack of knowledge. No. In the Tanakh, it says, Israel is destroyed for disobedience. I just read you the law in Leviticus 19, verse 16. Do not deal basely. And I told you basely means showing no honor or morals. Do not deal basely with your countrymen. These hate your brother and sister in their heart. These are law breakers. If we had Phineas from Numbers 25, they would have received a javelin, go right through them. Leviticus 19, verse 17. That was Leviticus 19, verse 16. Now I'm going to read Leviticus 19, verse 17, 18, and 19. Leviticus chapter 19, verses 17, 18, and 19. You shall not hate your kinsfolk in your heart. Listen again. Oh, I love God for you Christians too, and all you. I love God, but you hate the Israelites. See, you know what's funny? Negro Christians and regular niggas that don't believe in anything and whatever, they could listen just like the heathens. They could listen to any other type of race group say, I'm Irish, I'm Polish, I'm Italian, and with pride and whatever, and they would say, yeah, good, very good. They'll listen to Asian people say, I'm Japanese, I'm Chinese, I'm Korean, I'm Philippine, I'm whatever, whatever. Yeah, okay, no problem. I'm Samoan, I'm Hawaiian, I'm South Pacific and whatever. Yeah, great, 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 great. I'm Alaskan. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm Native American, even though we're the Native Americans too. No, great, great, great. But once the Negroes, us, say we the, not forget about Jews. Remember I told you we're not the Jews. Let them be the Jews. This is what focuses on the minds of these messianics because they will never pass Hebrew 101 from my eyesight that I'm viewing them now. Maybe the Most High is going to turn some of them, but he's dealing with a remnant, and it doesn't look like it to me. But how do I know? Them and the Christians and whatever, in their minds, they applaud. The other day, oh yeah, you're Italian, great, pizza, you know. I told you, let the don't even say Jew means pertaining to. We're Judah and Judah. Forget that. They are the Jews. Let them be the Jews. We are the ancient Hebrew Israelites. We're different. They worship another God. You don't know because you don't read. I know. I'm the Koheleth. I study in depth a lot of stuff. They're the Jews. Here at Hebrew, just like I don't be saying shalom, that there's nothing wrong. I say tabex because that's not the question of are you peaceful? You having peaceful day? Most High is not asking you niggas that at all. He's asking, are you pure? And here at Hebrew on the island too, I got to remind you, that's what he's going to ask you again. Because remember, there's nothing new under the sun. Everything reoccurs. That's what he's going to ask you in Hosea 8. So I'm trying to bring you up to speed and say, purity. Think purity every day. Purity. Striving for purity. Forget about peace. You put the cart before the horse. Peace comes after you're pure. But you're too busy watching these messianic Hebrews. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Trying to straighten you up and straighten myself up to always remember this is what I need to think of. Purity. That's why my motto here is Tav. X is the pictograph. Tav is the 400 numeric value of the Phoenician Hebrew alphabet. It means purity and becoming one. Then we talk about peace. But let them be the Jews. When Jewish people say to the world that they're Jews, yeah, no problem, whatever. But once Negroes say to any other race group on the planet, no, I'm not a Negro. I'm not African American. We got different skulls and shit. No, I'm not them. No, we know who we are. We're the ancient Hebrew Israelites. And, we were in the lands before everybody, too. A lot of us, we are the Aboriginal Indians who are Israelites. We have like two identities, but our primary identity, we're Israel. We're those first Europeans because Caucasian, Saltine type of European are not European. They're Indo-European. They come after the Johnny come latelys. They're the wild men of Europe. You don't know that because you don't research. Here at Hebron Island too, I do. And they came over. Hated their brother in the heart, because over in the Western Hemisphere is basically probably the old world. Could be Asia, one of the two. I don't fight over that because this is a small fry. I don't debate over that. But they put their brothers in slavery. With the scriptures say in Jeremiah 34, you can't have your brother in slavery. Breaking commandments left and right, you Hebrew Israelites. Hating your brother in your heart. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to hate your brother in your heart. You're not supposed to put him in, you're not supposed to dishonor him, cheat him, take his wife or his husband, trick him, steal from him, dishonor him, treat him basely. So, the world, when we say, oh, yeah, we the Israelites, the whole world got a problem with it. They don't got a problem with the Asian man saying I'm Chinese. They don't got a problem with the Russian guy saying I'm a Russian guy. Okay. I'm a East Indian. Okay. I'm a Polish guy. I'm a Jewish guy. Hey, people out there, I'm an ancient Hebrew Israelite. What are you talking about? No, you're not. We are the people. We are the people of the book. Psalms 83. They are confederate against us. They don't got a problem with anybody naming themselves. They got a problem with me or you saying, oh, no, I'm not an African. No, I'm not a nigger. I'm the ancient Hebrew. What are you talking about? Willis? You know what I'm saying? Come on, nigga. Anyway, let me go get back to it. Leviticus 19, verse 17, 18, and 19. Let me introduce you to another hate your brother in the heart Israelite. Leviticus 19, verse 17. You shall not hate your kinsfolk in your heart. Reprove your kinsman, but incur no guilt because of him. You shall not take vengeance or bear a grudge against your countrymen. Love your fellow as yourself. I am the Lord. You shall observe my laws. And that's the problem. Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. Our people are destroyed not for lack of knowledge, because there's knowledge in the earth. You got AI, you got quantum computing, you got everything. You got Google. You ain't got no lack of knowledge. You don't got no lack of knowledge. You got disobedience. You got hatred in your heart for your brother. You're not a law keeper. You're not. So I'm going to introduce just another version. See, but the Most High has a surprise in store for all those hate a Negro, side with your enemy, goon squad. And there's many of them. There's the boule, all the entertainment stars, sports stars, music stars, rap stars, all of them. They ain't for us. They trick businessmen, the rich. They're not for us. And even the middle class, the rich, the middle class, and the low. You got a goon squad. You got to hate your brother, goon squad. That's why you see the Bloods and the Crips. Even though that saltine albino 6-strand DNA, one higher than the monk chimpanzee because he got 5, the one who got SLC24A5 zebrafish albino gene in him. Well, he got a fish gene in him. He's a clone. Cabbage Patch, World Fair, orphan train baby. Put trailers of guns and bullets, sophisticated guns in your thing, giving you money to shoot each other up, turf wars and stuff. Still, you're doing it. Yeah, he's Satan. Remember, Satan, Job, what? Moses said, where you at? He said, I'm going to and fro. See how many people I could jam up to make you hate them because they're going to be disobedient. It's you, Negro. You were, you guys be saying, and the Satan and the demons are fighting with the Most High. No, you're fighting with the Most High because you're a disobedient lawbreaker. We're the true poster childs of this because, we are imposters. The Jews, the Jewish people. See, the other people say, no, they're just Jewish. it's pertaining to. No, here he wanted. I call them the Jews because I know what they believe. The first strap of the ultra Orthodox and Orthodox in their prayers every day is the first strap they have on their arm is Rashi, and the second strap, prayer strap, is Robenthal. Divine feminine, divine masculine. They don't worship the same creator as us. They can't even get out of the first three commandments. They have other gods. They are the Jews. We're the ancient Hebrew Israelites. We read Genesis 14 and Abraham the Hebrew. He didn't say Abraham the Jewish guy or Jew. You guys are low biblical aptitudes. Deuteronomy. Okay, so let me just conclude with that. You know, the imposter says, no, we can trace our lineage back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and Moses. Listen, I already told you in other videos. They outlaw, it's a law against anybody doing a DNA test. Why do you keep believing their lies? Because they know if they did it, they know they're going to come back to Russia, the Ukraine, and Poland, and all that. They Indo-Europeans, heathens, clones of Japheth. So it's a law. You can't do DNA tests here. And you can't find out, anybody can't find out that they're related to Moses and Abraham and David. You know why? Because DNA works like this. You need the bones of them, Moses and Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and the 12 tribes. Take samples of it, and then take samples of you, hair, skin, and all that stuff, blood, and then you compare it. That's how you find out if you're related. Not how they say. You guys got to start thinking more than one dimensional when they talk to you. That's how they fool you, because they know you're watching Netflix and playing Men of Valor, Tom Clancy, or whatever those games are, PlayStation games, Xbox games. So the Jews, saltine crackers, Cabbage Patch people, World Fair people, they're all the same. They ain't different than regular saltine people. They're the same. They just got more money and power in the world. Some of them hate their people, but they don't hate them like our people, which I'm going to show you, hate us. They hate the Zionists. Some of them know that, hey, they ain't supposed to be in the land, even though that's not the land, but let them pretend. They're in like Disney World in their minds. So they know they ain't supposed to be in the lands and whatever, but they don't hate them like our people hate us. This is the curse of Deuteronomy 28. I'm going to read it to you. They just want their brothers to stop, and they just say, well, they're wrong, and this is not right, and that's it. They don't say, F them niggers, I hope they go back to slavery and all that. They don't say none of that. It's different. We are the poster child of Deuteronomy 28, Leviticus 26, and this entire book called the Tanakh. They call it the Old Testament. Deuteronomy 28, verses 54 to 56. Deuteronomy 28, verses 54 to 56. He who is most tender. No, okay. Well, you know why I'm reading this? This is about the evil eye. It doesn't say it in the KJV. It just gives a description of how evil you're going to be to your brothers and sisters. So I'm going to read it to you anyway. You know, when you go in the KJV, it actually is going to be saying stuff like that. But I'm going to read it from the Tanakh version. Deuteronomy 28, verses 54 to 56. He who is most tender and fastidious, that means concerned about details and cleanliness. He who is most tender and fastidious among you shall be too mean to his brother and his wife of his bosom and the children of his spare, to share with any of them the flesh of the children that he eats, because he has nothing else left as a result of the desperate straits to which your enemy shall reduce you in all your towns. You know, you're talking about cannibalism and stuff. You know, the wisest man has said, what happens, happened. What occurs, occurred. There's nothing new under the sun. This stuff is going to happen again. Bill Gates and all them rich people buying up all the farms, making all GMO foods, uh, putting all type of chemicals and poisons and metals and aluminums and, and microplastics in our food, human meat in your fast food chains. It's coming back. Soil green is coming back before the great and terrible awesome day of the Most High. And Deuteronomy 28 is coming back. What I just read to you is coming back. Put your seatbelt on. That's why you better get right with the Most High and stop playing around. Deuteronomy 28, verse 54 and 56. He who is most tender and audacious among you shall be too mean to his brother, which is an evil eye, which shall be too mean to his brother and wife of his bosom and the children he has spared, to share with any of them the flesh of children that he eats, because he has nothing else left as a result of the desperate straits to which your enemies shall reduce you in all your towns. And she, remember I told you in the video, we have enemies. They're male and female. They ain't just males. And she who is most tender and dainty among you, so tender and dainty that she would never venture to set a foot on the ground, shall begrudge the husband of her bosom and her son and her daughter. The afterbirth that issues from between her legs and the baby she bears, she shall eat them secretly because of utter want, in desperate straits to which your enemy shall reduce you in your towns. This is the evil eye. We have enemies within Israelite, and we have super enemies. We have super enemies within, super enemies without. This is what is going on, Israel. We have super enemies within and super enemies without. I'm going to show you this little clip, and then I'm going to read the next thing, and then I'm going to end it. And I got a few words. Hold on. We have enemies within, enemies without, who hate their brothers in their heart, which is it's a mental disease. I don't give people with mental disease no, like, oh, feel sorry for him, could understand. No, here at Hebrew Island too, I don't understand. Most mental illnesses is connected to demons, demon possession. Even the so-called scholars of psychology even say it. There's articles, and I showed you some other film. It's linked to demon possession. Think I'm going to give them, oh, I feel sorry, they're crazy ass niggas. Nah, I don't feel sorry. You got a devil in you, most likely. And a lot of you guys that hatred in your heart, you're displaying a mental disorder. You got low self-esteem, and you're acting out in hatred. So watch this clip. I wanted to get it on the big screen, but I couldn't. It's from Instagram. Let me get the fair use. I'm going to share it with you. This is what I saw earlier this morning, around 2:30 in the morning. Fair use. Some of you guys seen it, but some of you didn't. I'm going to share it right now. They hate their brother in their hearts.
African Americans are loud, rude, obnoxious, and just altogether fat and ugly. From the suburbs to the hood. They were all hood rats and they were all ghetto. They all act like monkeys. It made me feel good to put down an African American person because it helps them stay in their place. All the African American kids that I was around were all ugly looking and losers. They're all gorillas. I identify with the Ku Klux Klan because the way they believe is so smart. White is right. White power. African Americans are loud, rude, obnoxious, and just altogether fat and ugly. From the suburbs to the hood. They were all hood rats and they were all ghetto. They all act like monkeys. It made me feel good to put down an African American person because it helps them stay in their place. All the African American kids that I was around were all ugly looking and losers. They're all gorillas. I identify with the Ku Klux Klan because the way they believe is just so smart. White is right. White power. African Americans are loud, rude, obnoxious, and just altogether fat and ugly. From the suburbs to the hood. They were all hood rats and they were all ghetto. They all act like monkeys. It made me feel good to put down an African American person because it helps them stay in their place. All the African American kids that I was around were all ugly looking and losers. They're all gorillas. I identify with the Ku Klux Klan because the way they believe is just so smart. White is right. White power.
Yeah. They hate their brother in their hearts. Somebody's going to say, well, she got low self. I don't care. I deal with facts, not feelings, not mental disorders, facts over feelings. She is an enemy of Israel. She's a lawbreaker. She's the devil, another devil that the Bible speaks of. And if Phineas in Numbers 25, she would receive a javelin through the chest or the stomach. And she deserves it. And there's many like her. She's a female version. A lot of you guys think Uncle Ruckus is just a guy. Uncle Ruckus on the Boondocks is her. And a lot of women like her. It's men and women. They come in all flavors. So, when I saw that, listen, when I saw that, I was just like, nigga. But I wasn't surprised. That's what Negroes do. Low self-esteem, that's what they do. They hate themselves. So you look like them a little bit, so they're going to hate you. The Jewish guy don't hate the other Jewish Zionists like that. These are the curses, Deuteronomy 28. Up live, streaming live to us. She's just one of millions, just like her, all around the world. So, I was like, first when I was listening to her, I was like, hey, nigga. Then I started laughing because I'm a student of King Solomon and Stoicism. Remember, never let your enemies or the people around you, in summary, this is what comes out of the wisdom of Solomon. Don't let them know that you're sad. Don't let them know that you're happy. Don't let them know that you're things. Just be think, because they feed off of your unhappiness or your hard times or your misfortunes or your troubles or you being disturbed. They're gonna want to disturb you more, so you can't show it. So I know one thing. What I did after that, I started laughing, and when I started laughing, I thought of this because this was the most funniest. Because there's men and women like this of our people. To me, they are the worst. They're even worse than the heathens. And their hatred, their visceral towards us. So I started, let me put Phineas again. I started laughing after, I was like, then I like, oh, Stoicism, I can't let them know I'm a little upset. I would like to smack her taste out of her mouth, or call Phineas with the javelin. I can't do that. I'm going to be happy. And what happens when listen, remember I tell you, you can't control the uncontrollable. These Negroes are uncontrollable. You can't, so don't even try. So what shall you do? Here at Hebrew Island too, sometimes what I do is laugh. I used to be a jokester anyway, so I like to laugh. So when I saw that clip, this thing came to mind, fair use, fair use. So I'm going to show it to you, and I want you to be joyful because this is, like the craziest things or the things that look like they're not true. They are true. It's crazy. We have enemies. We have haters who hate their brothers in their heart to even more than the saltine cracker people, the cabbage patch people, the cave men and women amongst us. We live around our enemies. And it ain't just the heathen Gentiles, it's our people. And the Most High is going to do away with them. Hold on, let me read that before I end it. Hold on, I'm going to end it. We're going to end it and we're going to laugh together. Hold on. They think they're going to just get away with white power. Okay. Okay. Let me tell you what the major prophet, and I read this before in just a recent video that I just did. I'm going to tell you what your white power, be the digger, say white power, believe in that, is going to get you. Ezekiel 9. Then he called loudly in my hearing, saying, approach, you men in charge of the city, each bearing his weapon of destruction. And 6 men entered by way of the upper gate that faced north, each with his club in his hand. And among them was another clothed in linen, with a writing case at his waist. They came forward and stopped at the bronze altar. Now the presence of God of Israel had moved from the cherub on which it had rested to the platform of the house. He called to the man clothed in linen with the writing case at his waist, and the Lord said to him, pass through the city, through Jerusalem. Remember, Jerusalem is a people before a place. Pass through the city, through Jerusalem, and put a mark on the forehead of the men who moan and groan because of all the abominations. That's not keeping the law. You're abominable. You hate Israel, and you are Israel. It's abominable. And the Lord said to him, pass through the city, through Jerusalem, and put a mark on the forehead of the men who moan and groan because of all the abominations that are committed in it. To the others he said in my hearing, follow him through the city and strike. Show no pity or compassion. Kill off gray beards, youth and maidens, women and children, but do not touch any person who bears the mark. Begin here at my sanctuary. So they began with the elders who were in front of the house. And he said to them, defile the house and fill the courts with the slain, then go forth. So they went forth and began to kill in the city. When they were out killing, and I remained alone, I flung myself on my face and cried out, ah, Lord God, are you going to annihilate all that is left of Israel, pouring out your fury upon Jerusalem? He answered me, the iniquity of the house of Judah and Israel is very great, very, very great. The land is full of crime and the city is full of corruption. And the city, I'm adding this part, not adding to the scriptures, but just saying, it's filled with the hate in your heart, the evil eye to the brothers and sisters inside the city of Jerusalem. For they say, the Lord has forsaken the land, and the Lord does not see. I in turn will show no pity or compassion. I will give them their deserts. And then the man clothed in linen with the writing case at his waist brought back word saying, I have done as you commanded me. That's the just deserts that all the Israelites who hate their kinsmen in their hearts and say white power. This is what you're going to get. The major prophet Ezekiel, I just read it to you, what your dessert. And it's not going to be from Dairy Queen, ice cream. It's not going to be that dessert. Or Haagen-Dazs. Or Sara Lee, delicious cake. It's not. It's going to be the dessert of Ezekiel chapter 9 that's coming to you. So, Israelite, We can't let them know how that disturbs us, because it does disturb us. I'm not gonna lie, it disturbs me. Not crazy, because I know we're dealing with crazy people, and the Most High is only dealing with a remnant of us. So the rest is crazy people. So might as well laugh. So here we're on item 2. I want you to laugh. I'm going to give you a comedic version of that woman that we just saw. I'm going to show you, I'm going to share with you a comedic version of that young demon lady that you saw that said, white power. And I told you they come in men and women versions. Fair use, fair use. Let's get it popping. Okay, let's take off Louis Armstrong. Okay, let's get it popping, Israel. Let me turn off the fan so you can hear this. Remember, Israelite, when in doubt, laugh. So that white power, Negro hating Negro is crazy. Can't really do nothing about it. So you might as well laugh. So laugh with me. Here's a comedic version of her. Tell me if I exaggerated on her. I don't think so. Check it out.
Review is sensitive to issues of race. Be advised that the following piece contains gratuitous use of the N-word. And by N-word, I mean nigger. There, I said it. For the last 15 years, a man named Clayton Bigsby has been the leading voice of the white supremacist movement in America. Though not sold in any major bookstores, his books Dump Truck, Nigger Stain, I Smell Nigger, and Nigger Book have sold over 600,000 copies combined. Despite his popularity, very few have ever seen him due to his reclusiveness, but in an effort to bring his message to a wider audience, he agreed to give his first public interview ever to Frontline. But getting to Mr. Bigsby was an odyssey in itself, riddled with backcountry hollers, shifty go-betweens, and palpable danger. Excuse me, not sure we're in the right place. We're looking for Clayton Bigsby. Look no further, fella, you found me. Clayton Bigsby, the author? What, you don't think I can write them books? Just because I'm blind don't mean I'm dumb. How could this have happened? A black white supremacist. Our search for answers led us here to the Wexler Home for the Blind, where Mr. Bigsby spent the first 19 years of his life. Bridget Wexler is the home's headmistress.
Well, he was the only Negro we'd ever had around here, so we figured we'd make it easier on Clayton by just telling him and all the other blind kids that he was white.
And he never questioned it.
Why would he?
You've written 4 books now.
I've written 6 books. They published 4.
What would you say is the overall message of your books?
Sir, my message is simple. Niggers, Jews, homosexuals, Mexicans, Arabs, and all kinds of different chanks stink, and I hate them.
I noticed you referred to African Americans. What exactly is your problem?
How much time you got, buddy? Where would I start? Well, first of all, they're lazy, good-for-nothing tricksters, crack-smoking swindlers, big butt-having, wide-nosed, breathing all the white man's air. They eat up all the chicken. They think they're the best dancers, and they stink. Did I mention that before?
Yes, I believe you did, sir.
Matter of fact, my friend Jasper told me one of them coons came by his house to pick his sister up for a date. He said, "Look here, nigger, that there's my girl. Anyone has sex with my sister, it's going to be me."
You've never left this property, have you, Mr. Bigsby?
No, sir, not in many years.
What if I were to tell you that you
are an African American.
Sir, listen, I'm going to make this clear. I'm in no way, shape, or form involved in any niggerdom. You understand?
Yes, sir, but
But nothing. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a book signing to go to. Why don't you bring your media cameras over there if you want to see some real truth? Prudence! Prudence, have this below the truck.
And Clayton Bigsby, black white supremacist, ventured out into an unsuspecting world. Sir, you're a friend. Why not tell him he's African American?
Listen, man, he's too important to the movement. But tell him he's black, he'd probably kill himself, just to be one less nigger around. His commitment is that deep.
I'm overwhelmed by the idea.
Hey, Dr. Boy.
Uh-oh.
What you lost, boy? Boy. We don't like your kind around here. You better get out of here before something bad happens.
That's right. That's right. Tell that nigger. Big dirty nigger.
Come on, Clayton. We gotta go.
Oh, thank you. There's a nigger around here. That dirty monkey was beating my hood. White power. Nigger.
The confusion did not end there.
Hey, why don't you young buddy turn that music down? Niggers make me sick. Boogie boogie, nigger. Boogie boogie.
Did he just call us niggers? Awesome!
The anticipation was at a fever pitch as we arrived at Mr. Bigsby's book signing.
The man who should be the next president of the United States.
All right, Jay, it's time to show these people what white power's all about.
You better put your hood on, Clayton.
All right.
Might wanna hide your identity to be safer. You know, in case some radical ain't sympathetic to the cause wants to shoot you.
That's good thinking, all right.
Without further ado, the man who made us proud to be white, none other than Clayton Bigsby. That's it.
Everybody have a lot of things to discuss, mainly niggers. America's at war with Al-Qaeda, but we're still losing war against Al-Sharp.
The Asian community was a target as well.
Let's talk about Chinese people with their kung fu and all that silly chang chong talk. I can't understand you. Go back to your country, white power.
Mr. Bigsby was also critical of the entertainment industry.
Don't let the liberal media tell you how to think and feel. If you have hate in your heart, let it out. If you don't like Will and Grace, that don't mean there's something wrong with you. It means there's something wrong with Will. He's homosexual.
Politicians weren't spared either.
White power. Colin Powell. Conolingus rice. Conolingus rice sounds like a Mexican dish. Maybe we should put her on a plate and send her to Mexico so the Mexicans will eat her. White power. Just open up your heart and let that hate out.
Show your face. We want to see your face.
Who said that? You want to see my face?
Clayton, go on, brother.
You want to see my face? Don't be afraid, man. Don't be afraid. There is cookie and punch for us to enjoy, and we can make talk about white brotherhood. Thank y'all for coming. White power!
Mr. Bigsby was not harmed that night, but irreparable damage has been done to his reputation and in many ways the white power movement. We're told that in the last few weeks he has accepted the fact that he is a black man. And 3 days ago, he filed for divorce from his wife. When we asked why, after 19 years of marriage, he responded, because she's a nigger lover. I'm Kent Wallace. Good night.
Yo, hopefully, hopefully if I made you laugh. That shit was funny. That's old, but it's funny. White power. This is a new Yes from Israel. He brought an island to until next time.